Hello students, let's do triangles exercise 17b. Page number 202. We are with question 2. Apply the properties of isosceles and equilateral triangles to find the unknown angles in the given figures. So we have many figures given. This is the first one. We have to find the unknown angles. So here the unknown angles are x and y, and we are going to use the properties of isosceles triangles here. Because here we have two isosceles triangle. Let this be the first one and this is the second one. So we're going to use the properties of isosceles triangles. As you can see, the markings here to show that the triangles are isosceles. Triangle 1 is isosceles because there are two equal sides here. Triangle 2 is also isosceles because there are two equal sides. So we're going to make use of the property of isosceles triangles. Let's begin with triangle 1 and let's look at this property. In an isosceles triangle, the base angles are always equal. Base angles are the two angles marked in red. Now let's name this A. So in that case, A is equal to 70 degrees. So the base angles are equal, so A is equal to 70 degrees. Now we're going to find out the value of angle X by using another property, a property of triangles. The sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So look at triangle 1. There are three angles there, 70 degrees, A and X. All together they should add up to 180 degrees. So let's start that. X plus A plus 70 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So to find A, we're going to substitute. To find X, we're going to substitute A with its value, and we know A is equal to 70 degrees plus 70 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So we're going to find the value of X. X plus 70 is 140 degrees. Together they must add up to 180 degrees. Therefore, to find the value of X, we say 180 degrees minus 140 degrees because we are transposing plus 140 to the right hand side, it becomes minus 140. So 180 minus 140, what do we get? 0. 8 minus 4 is 4. So here we have found the value of X to be 40 degrees. Now we are going to find the value of Y. So for that, we are going to use the properties of isosceles triangle. What does it say? In an isosceles triangle, the base angles are always equal. So the two base angles here are angles Y and B. The angles marked in red, they are equal. So let's write that Y is equal to B. Now we're going to make use of another property. This time the property says the exterior angle of a triangle is the sum of its interior opposite angles. If you can see the angle marked in blue, that is the exterior angle of triangle 2. So that is equal to Y plus B because they are the interior opposite angles. And this was angle A that we found out in the previous part. So let's begin here. A is equal to Y plus B. And A we found out to be 70 degrees. So this is equal to Y. We have to find Y, so I'm leaving it there. Plus, now B, I can change it to Y because Y is B equal to B. Both are equal. So I can make this also Y. So Y plus Y is 2Y. 2Y is equal to 70 degrees. Therefore, Y will be equal to 70 degrees divided by 2. 70 divided by 2 is 35 degrees. So now we have found the value of Y also. So what are the values of the unknown angles that we found? The unknown angles are X and Y. X we found out to be 40 degrees and Y we just found out to be 35 degrees. So we have found our answer. Next question. Here again we have two triangles and there is one triangle here with three equal sides, 1, 2 and 3. If all sides are equal, it's called an equilateral triangle. So this is the equilateral triangle, and the other triangle has two equal sides. Because it has two equal sides, this is an isosceles triangle. So here we have two types of triangles, the equilateral and the isosceles, and we're going to make use of both these properties to find the unknown angles. And the unknown angles here are x and y. We need to find out x and y. We're going to start working with triangle 1, that is the isosceles triangle. So let's begin. Let each base angle of the isosceles triangle be A. We're going to mark it as A, each base angle. The angles marked in red are the two base angles of the isosceles triangle. Now let's use another property. The sum of the interior angles of a triangle equals 180 degrees. Now, all the angles marked in red are the interior angles of the isosceles triangle. That means all these together should add up to 180 degrees. So this is angle A, this is also angle A. So A plus 100 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. A plus A is 2A. 2A plus 100 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So what is the value of 2A? 2A will be 180 degrees minus 100 degrees. So 2A is equal to 180 minus 100 is 80 degrees. Now we can find the value of A. That will be 80 degrees divided by 2. So 80 divided by 2 is 40. So the value of A is 40 degrees. Now with the help of this angle, we are going to find the values of X and Y. Now in an equilateral triangle. Now, equilateral triangle is the one which has all three sides equal. So this is the equilateral triangle. In this, since all sides are equal, all angles also are equal, each angle is 60 degrees. Now these are the three angles of an equilateral triangle and they're all 60 degrees each. Because all sides are equal, all angles also are equal, 60 degrees each. Now this is X here and this is Y. We've already found out A here. Now we can easily find out the value of X. So first let's find out the value of X. X will be A plus 60 degrees. And we found A to be 40 degrees. So 40 degrees plus 60 degrees is 100 degrees. So X is equal to 100 degrees. Now let's find the value of Y. Y also is equal to A plus 60 degrees. And A is 40 degrees. Now add up the 60 degrees along with it. 40 plus 60 is 100. So we have found the value of X and Y. X is 100 degrees and Y is also 100 degrees. Question 3. So here what we can see is two parallel lines. We can see a triangle and we can see two parallel lines. So let's make use of these properties. Since lines are parallel here, since we have two parallel lines, P will be equal to 60. How is that so? P and 60 are alternate angles and alternate angles are equal. So P is equal to 60 degrees because alternate angles are equal. So we have P, now we have found out the value of P. P is equal to 60 degrees. Now the exterior angle of a triangle is the sum of its interior opposite angles. Let's make use of this property. Exterior angle is 130 and that is the angle in blue and that is equal to the sum of its two interior opposite angles marked in red, X and P. So X is equal to, X plus P is equal to 130 degrees. We're going to find the value of X. So here X plus, now P we found out to be 60 degrees. It's here right on top. Now both together is equal to 130 degrees. So now we can find the value of x. That will be 130 degrees minus 60 degrees. So let's minus 130 and 60. 0. Now borrow 13 minus 6 is 7. We've got 70. So we have found the value of x to be 70 degrees. So we have found the values of x, 70, p, 60. Now we need to find the value of angle y. Now let's make use of this property. The sum of angles on a straight line equals 180. So what are the three angles on the straight line there? X, y and 60 degrees. The one shaded in red. So x plus y plus 60 degrees will give us 180 degrees. Now we know the value of x. X is 70 degrees. Y we are going to find out now, plus 60 degrees equals 180 degrees. So y will be y plus 70 degrees plus 60 degrees equals 180. So that means y plus, how much is 60 plus 70 plus 60 is 130 degrees. Both together is 180. Now to find the value of y, we say 180 degrees minus 130 degrees, which is 50. 180 minus 130 is 50. So the value of y is 50 degrees. So now we have found the value of all the angles. We have found the value of angle x to be 70 degrees, angle P to be 60 degrees, and angle Y to be 50 degrees. So we have found all the unknown angles in this figure. In triangle 1, A and C are equal because they are base angles. So we can write that A is equal to C. Similarly, in triangle 2, angles B and Y are equal because they are base angles. Angle B is equal to angle Y. What is the property? The base angles are always equal. Now we're going to make use of this property. The sum of the interior angles of a triangle equals 180. So let's look at triangle 1 and apply this property. So that means A plus C plus 30 degrees equals 180 degrees. A plus C. Now A plus, here we said A is equal to C, and since we want to find A, we will replace C with A. Plus 30 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. A plus A will be 2A. 2A plus 30 degrees equals 180 degrees. That means 2A will be equal to 180 degrees minus 30 degrees. So 2A is equal to, how much is 180 minus 30? It will be 150 degrees. Now let's find the value of A. A is equal to 150 degrees divided by 2, which is 75 degrees. So the value of A we have found out to be 75 degrees. Now we're going to keep this in mind as we work out angle Y. So let's continue with that. Now we're going to find the value of angle Y. So let's take the second triangle that's here. We're going to look at the second triangle here. So the property here is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle equals 180. Now this is B. Now what are all the interior angles of this triangle? All the angles marked in red are the interior angles of this triangle. All this should add up to 180. So Y plus B plus, what is the other angle with a square like box there? That is 90 degrees. It's understood. The right triangle, 90 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Now we know Y is equal to B. So Y plus, instead of B, we're going to write Y because they are equal, plus 90 degrees equals 180 degrees. Y plus Y is 2Y. So 2y, so this we know, 2y plus 90 degrees equals 180 degrees. Now to find 2y, we say 180 degrees minus 90 degrees. So that means 2y is equal to 180 minus 90 is 90. 2y is 90. That means y will be equal to 90 degrees divided by 2. 90 divided by 2 is 45 degrees. So we have found the value of y to be 45 degrees. So now let's find out the value of angle x. Now x is here in the figure. As you can see, x is equal to a plus b. So let's write that. Angle x is equal to a plus b. So what does that mean? We're going to substitute the values. X is equal to, how much is a? We found out a to be 75 degrees plus b. We just found out b is equal to y. So both are 45 degrees each. Now let's find the value of x by adding up 75 and 45. 75 plus 45. 5 plus 5 is 10, carry 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. So we've got 120 degrees. So we have found the value of x to be 120 degrees and the value of y to be 45 degrees. Question 5. We have an isosceles triangle here and we also have two exterior angles, the value of which we must find. Angle x and angle y. So the two angles in red are the base angles of this triangle. Let's name them angle A. So the property in an isosceles triangle, the base angles are always equal. So you know that the base angles are always equal. A is equal to A. And let's use another property. The sum of the interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180. That means A plus 40 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. A plus A will be equal to 2A plus 40 degrees equals 180 degrees. That means 2A is equal to 180 degrees minus 40 degrees. So we can find the value of 2A now. 2A will be 180 minus 40 will be 140 degrees. Now we can find the value of A, that will be 140 divided by 2, which is 70. So the value of angle A is 70 degrees. Now we're going to make use of this to find angles x and y. So here we're going to find the value of angle x. As you can see, angle x is an exterior angle and we're going to make use of a property of exterior angles. So the exterior angle of a triangle is the sum of its interior opposite angles. The exterior angle is x and that is equal to the two angles marked in blue, shaded in blue there, A and 40. So let's write that x is equal to angle A plus 40 degrees. So x is equal to A, we found out to be 70 degrees. Now let's add 40 to it. So x will be equal to 70 plus 40, which is 110 degrees. So now we found the value of angle x to be 110 degrees. Let's find the value of angle y in a similar way. It is the next exterior angle. So let's use the property of exterior angles. The exterior angle of a triangle is the sum of its interior opposite angles. So here the exterior angle is y and the interior opposite angles are the angles shaded in blue, A and 40. So let's find out angle y. Angle y is equal to A plus 40 degrees because they are the interior opposite angles. So y is equal to, let's substitute A for its value, which is 70 degrees, plus add up 40 degrees. Therefore, we know that the value of y is equal to 70 plus 40, which is 110 degrees. So we have found the value of x to be 110 degrees and the value of y to be 110 degrees also. So both are 110 degrees. The next question, question 6. Here again we can see two triangles and all the unknown angles are x, y and z. So let's mark that here. So we need to find x, y and z, and we have an isosceles triangle here. This triangle has two equal sides. So this is an isosceles triangle and we're going to make use of the property of isosceles triangle. In an isosceles triangle, the base angles are always equal. Can you see the angles marked in red? Let's name them as A and B. So let's write that A is equal to B because it's an isosceles triangle and A and B are base angles. So they are equal. Now let's make use of another property. The sum of angles on a straight line equals 180 degrees. Now, what are the two angles on a straight line? As you can see shaded in red and blue, A and 120 are the angles on a straight line. So, angles on a straight line add up to 120. Let's find out the value of angle A. A plus 120 degrees equals 180 degrees. That means A is equal to 180 degrees minus 120 degrees. So that means A is equal to 180 minus 120 is 60 degrees. So now we found the value of angle A to be 60 and that means B is also 60 because they are base angles and they are equal. Now let's make use of another property to find angle X, the unknown angle. And what is that property? The sum of angles of a triangle equals 180. So here we're looking at the three angles marked in red, A, B and X, and the sum is equal to 180. So let's work that out. X plus angle A plus angle B equals 180 degrees. Now we're going to find the value of X by substituting the values of A and B. A we found out to be 60 degrees. Since B is also equal to A, B will also be 60 degrees. Together they will add up to 180 degrees. So angle X plus 60 is 120. This is equal to 180 degrees. So we're going to find the value of angle X by subtracting 180 and 120 degrees. So we have found the value of angle X to be 180 minus 120 is 60 degrees. So the value of angle X is 60 degrees. So now that we have found the value of X, we have to find the values of Y and Z. So let's continue. We're going to use another property here. We're going to use the property of exterior angles. As you can see, angle A is an exterior angle. And what does the property say? The exterior angle of a triangle is the sum of its interior opposite angles. And the two angles marked in blue are the interior opposite angles. That means we're going to find the value of Z from this. So angle A, the exterior angle, is equal to interior opposite angles, that is Z plus 25 degrees. Angle A we found out to be 60 degrees. This is equal to Z plus 25 degrees. So now we can find the value of angle Z. This is equal to 60 degrees minus 25 degrees. So the value of Z when you subtract 60 and 25 is 35. So Z is equal to 35 degrees. Now to find angle Y, there are different ways of finding angle Y. Since we know Z and 25, sum of angles of a triangle will be equal to 180. We can use that property. We also have another property which says angle Y is equal to angle 120 because when the equal sides are produced, the exterior angles are equal. So Y is equal to 120. We can also use another property. Angles A plus and Y are angles on a straight line. Together they must add up to 180. 80. Now let's use the property of the sum of interior angles of a triangle. That means to find angle y, y plus z plus 25 degrees is equal to 180 degrees because they are all angles of a triangle. So to find y, let's substitute z with the value we found it to be 35 degrees plus 25 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So to find the value of y, we say 180 degrees minus 35 plus 25, that is 60 degrees. So angle y is equal to 180 degrees minus 60 degrees, which is 120 degrees. So now we have found the value of all three unknown angles. We have found the value of x to be 60 degrees, y is 120 degrees, and z is 35 degrees. So we have found the value of the unknown angles. So we'll stop with that for today, children. Thank you.